Welcome to The Topic, where we highlight Houston Community College, our students, our programs, and our reach into the community. I'm Todd Duplantis. The energy sector has to balance a wide range of concerns in production, from safety to regulation to productivity. Lokimox provides the expertise to plan and execute decisions. CEO Derek Gilboe joins us here on The Topic. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me about Lokimox and what exactly your company does.
Lokimox is an engineering firm based in Houston, Texas that is bringing a new model for providing energy services as fractional engineering, much like you see with the fractional CEO. And the reason for the model is we found most organizations don't really need high-level expertise full-time, but providing it fractionally allows Lokimox to maintain a pool of very well-qualified candidates that are available as needed to companies that require that service.
So are you talking more or less like contract CEOs who may work with several companies?
It's very similar to that, yes, where we have a fixed number of clients that one engineer is capable of serving. But the idea is while they're there fractionally, they are embedded as an employee for that contract period on a monthly basis, usually for a 12 to 24-month term.
Now, this is a very unique idea, but obviously you needed some help growing your business. And tell me about joining up with HCC in the Small Business Plan Competition and what that helped you do.
Well, to make a long story short, I started the company in 2017 and thought I knew a lot more than I did. And needless to say, it was not as successful as it could have been, and I decided the best thing to do was revisit the business plan. And through SCORE, I also found out about the HCC business plan competition and decided, well, let's just throw my name in the hat there and see if we can make the first cut, and made the first cut. And getting in that was probably the biggest achievement of anything because a very limited number of companies were selected. And over the course of the program, we spent our time going through a series of classes from some really very well qualified and experienced individuals hosted at the HCC Elite campus. And this allowed us to really hone that business plan and make it a lot stronger so that we could really move forward successfully and, if necessary, achieve funding, which we're also exploring at this time.
So helping you get the funding you need, that's a big thing when you're starting a company or trying to grow a company, at least.
For most people, yes, but I was fortunate to be able to self-fund this one, which made life a lot less stressful in some ways and more stressful in others.
If someone was thinking of getting involved in this business plan competition, obviously you mentioned some of the things it did for you, but what would you tell them?
Have an idea, and that's all you really need. If you're passionate about that idea, you will succeed, and this course or the program will really help you decide how to achieve that, or in some cases you may decide it's not worth pursuing. But I know that HCC also has a series of preparatory courses that are very helpful in getting that idea honed before you even try for the competition.
So when you first got into this 2017, you were thinking, I've got it made, I've got a great idea, and then this kind of helped you boost the idea, I guess, or get it more defined from what you're telling me.
It really helped me define how I'm going to achieve the success and ensure the financials in particular are very realistic. It also opened up a lot of contacts that also helped really refine how to move forward, because the biggest challenge for me was actually the sales side, which of course every business needs. But what it allowed me to do was really step back and look at, what works, what doesn't, and what have others who have been successful done before. And that's where some of the people, like I'll single out Jack Berry in particular, was almost like hearing one of these sages in the front of the room. And you'll have to remember to take notes because he's just such a fountain of information.
You work with a number of business owners in this competition. What do you learn from them?
What we learn from them is what they're doing and how they're going to try and succeed. And what's interesting is even though it's a competition, it's not that cutthroat type of competition you'd expect. It's everyone helps everyone. Because if you're not helping everyone else, you're not really contributing to the process. And I think that's the environment that HCC was very successful with this business plan competition, was encouraging people to talk to each other, not just our mentors, but other businesses, other teams, because you never know where synergies will come from.
Derek Gilboe, the company is Lokimox. Thanks for joining us here on The Topic and telling us a bit about this and the business plan competition. If you'd like to know more about the business plan competition, log on to hccs.edu/smallbusiness. For The Topic on HCC TV, I'm Todd Duplantis. I'll see you next time.